So a long time ago, right? I think 2022, 2023 was my first time I did it on Facebook from my phone, right? And I remember I think I deleted it 2022, yeah. 2022 or 2023. I think 2022 ngwaga ela go hela 2023. I go tsena, that's my first time ke dirisa Facebook wa bona. And now what thing at the time like did it because I had a girlfriend and I got her from Facebook, so I didn't feel the need to use Facebook anymore because I used to be on Facebook. I used to be one of those guys where I never share out like dumb jokes, making dumb posts. Like we're like a niche group of niggas that used to share, pass around content around each other, and you'd share posts a lot of context. If you're not there for the first joke, you won't know the second joke. Like it was that type of content, and I was pushing anime content at the same time. I was doing a lot of cool things. The things that I felt like they were cool to me. Like, I was doing a lot of cool things on Facebook. And I really loved being on Facebook at the time. I was in my prime of Facebook. And then I got a girlfriend. I was still enjoying Facebook, but then I liked it. Then I started diversifying my attention to hair and other things. So it's not that Facebook was taking my time or anything. I just changed my approach altogether to Facebook. I was just like, do I need Facebook? And it makes you wonder, did I go on Facebook to find a girlfriend? No, that's not the reason why I was on Facebook the first time. I was on Facebook because everyone was on Facebook. I joined Facebook I think about 7 or 4 months ago. Ka Wi-Fi ya mahala the library in Botswana, like Botswana hotspot, that one. Botswana Wi-Fi hotspot. I forget the name, but like it's Wi-Fi ya mahala, right? So we did it on Facebook for like a year, and then I came back to it. And then the third time I came back to Facebook was 2024. When I got in on Facebook at 2024, there was so many people wondering. It was the content that I gave one. It's either AI generated images where you see, oh, this is fake, and it's sympathy phishing where it's like, this kid made a car out of tins. Please support him. Leave a like. Those, or it was people advertising their things, like Banyana advertise their modeling, business advertising their clothes, all those things, like business wise, I get. And then not only like third people, like there's more to that, but I'm glad I got to shine a light on but give the important to what I want to speak about today. Never the voices of reason. You ever see that guy in a situation in a restaurant, not to be the devil's advocate, but I feel like makes a little a bad guy, but I feel like that person, right? And there was a lot of those people. There was a lot of those people. And recently, there's been a case, a pastor, he was raping. Well, yeah, he raped a lot of people. Msadi ile go ena go para marapelele, and then a ba rape msadi wa moraro ntsha evil spirit mo go ena dira exorcism mo rape. That's clear rape. He has a pedophilia case as well. He has like there's all sorts of rape. Like that nigga, when you wanna think about evil, think of that guy. You ever see those anime villains where the person is just so evil, it's insane, you don't think something like this exists? That's him. That's the guy. So that guy, case I like Dele, as you know, the devil's advocate is a Facebook about they're going rabbit. They're saying this and that. They're saying this and that. Right? I'm saying all of this, or I left Facebook because of those reasons. I left Facebook because of people like this. I don't know. Let me zoom in a little bit because I feel like it's not enough. I'm zooming in, it doesn't change anything, but the video, the quality of the video will be 4K, so you'll be able to see. So, Tiamo Hendrik, this is my first time going to post it. I just got here. This is my first time seeing this post. I'm going to read it. I know it's already some devil's advocate bullshit. I already know, right? Ignore your feminism, activism, and religion for a moment. Yes. Okay. Yes, Huito Mujadi who was morally bankrupt. This guy is talking about a rapist. He's talking about a rapist, a pedophilic rapist who went around acting like a pastor. Kind of who was a pastor, let me say that, who preached the name of Jesus Christ, who was a Christian pastor, right? Yes, Mujeri was morally bankrupt. He's calling him morally bankrupt. Morally bankrupt. Do you know what it means to be more like Motole psychopath? What's the word? I wanna know sociopath. What's the word for sociopath? What's the meaning of sociopath? I wanna know what the meaning of sociopath, because that's one of the insanest things I've seen, and the reactions from people. I don't understand how Batuan Tsinyana is an informal term for a person who with antisocial personality. No, he does not have that. He's very social. He might be a psychopath. He's very social. That's what he is. He's a very social person. How can you by lack of empathy, remorse, manipulate behavior, and persistent pattern of antisocial behavior? He is very social though, but I would agree he lacks empathy, remorse, and he's manipulative. He's a psychopath. He was just sentenced to 20 years in prison. And Tiamo Henry Kinapotanarare, yes, he abused, or he was morally bankrupt. That's what Tiamo is telling us. Yes, he abused trust, manipulated faith, and played pastor like a puppet master. But let's get one thing straight. Moral corruption does not equal statutory rape. I don't know what Tiamo does. I don't know where he works, but profile picture looks like he's in a suit. We'll see. And the court's 20-year sentence, legally reckless, philosophically shallow, and dangerously president setting. so can happen. Tiamo is I know Hunter Hatswaka. Yes, I'm an intellectual. I'm very smart. I'm a smart person. I'm smarter than the average person. That's what he thinks. I know. So on let me type all these paragraphs. The voice. He's trying to be the voice of reason to the unreasonable law, to the unreasonable ass people. So Tiamo took it upon him, or no, let me speak for this. So Botswana Penal Code, Section 141 says it all. Any person who has unlawful sexual intercourse without the consent of such person, or with consent if obtained by means of false pretenses as to the nature of the act. This is a very straightforward law. This law I think we root our level 4, 5, 6. I think we root up across many years. I think what's understand 5. How similar did moral education, cultural studies, or root this law? I think 4, 5, 6, 7, Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, or root all of this. You are taught laws. They do seminars where you guys are told, this is okay, this is not okay, you cannot do this, as you can do this. Right? So he just told us the penal code, sex obtained by false or false pretenses and all that is rape. It's rape. Anyway, they're going to say unlawful sexual intercourse, which means if you have sex with a person under age, that's by the law, that's rape. If you have sex with Motelo incapable of making their own decisions, Motelo onole, Motelo kesole, Motelo on all the issues that are health, that's rape. We know that everyone is taught that it's rape. Right? He writes the penal code here. He says, notice carefully, the law is mercilessly precise. It cares about what the act is, not why someone thought it was holy, cleansing, or blessed. Right? Because the guy raped the girl Amarari, he's doing a cleansing when he's exercising her for demons. Now, I don't know the rest of this. I just know what he's going to say some damn shit. I just know. Consent obtained under false promises about the purpose is still legally consent. This nigga, consent obtained. He himself says consent obtained under false promises, which he meant to say false premises. I don't know why he says promises, but let's take it as promises because there's a paragraph. You can write all this. Really, consent obtained under false promises about purpose is still legally consent. But any person who has unlawful sexual intercourse without consent of such person or consent obtained by false pretenses, right? You can get the consent, but the pretenses are false. This is meant to say if I go right now, if I go and have sex with a prostitute and I say, because I'm gonna pay you 100 pula. If I go and have sex with a prostitute and then I refuse to pay her, that's rape. By law, yeah, Botswana, that's rape. You can go to the police. You're supposed to go to the police. Oh, I just had sex with this person. I told him I'm a business. I'm running a business here. I'm a prostitute. I'm selling my body. He bought my body and he refused to pay me. Get rape. That person is supposed to get minimum 15 years for doing that to you. Unless we're not over no get drop a case, that's the only way that person can get away from a case like that. But then gape when go report motho gona report motho wa go tsholla case motho ba ntse tswela go seka because it's him against the law and it's not him against you. It's him against breaking the law. But let's continue. That's what he says. He says consent obtained under false promises about purpose is still legally consent. So if you have sex with me, I'm gonna buy you a car. That's my promise. That's what he's saying, right? And then we have sex and I'll buy you a car. That's a false pretense. That's a false pretense. Promise you no give false pretense because convince it or yes, I'm gonna do that for you, and I didn't do it for you. That's rape. That is rape. So the guy who thinks I know he thinks it's very intellectual, by the way. But consent obtained under false promises, right? The deception must go to the nature of the act itself, i.e., thinking you're eating bread when you're actually drinking poison, not thinking you're spiritually cleansed when it was just lust. He's cooking. He's a lawyer. He's saying, the deception must go to the nature of the act itself. Thinking you're eating bread when you're actually drinking poison. That's what he's saying. The deception must go to the nature of the act. I told you we're going to be eating bread, but we're drinking poison. That's what he's saying. That's the deception. That's the false pretense. That's him. What tells us false pretense? What tells us the false promises? Why does it not apply? He says, not thinking of spiritually cleansed when it was just lust. In Mujadiho's case, the woman knew it was sex. That's what he's saying. She agreed to sex. He says the woman knew it was sex. She agreed to sex. Her grievance is with the purpose, not the act. So, how complaining she was raped? No. I'm complaining she had sex with the person and nothing happened for her. Because the story is that she had sex with the guy to get cleansing so that she can apply to BDF and then get admit you at Genesis soul. That's what he's saying. Msadio had sex with the guy. It's sex. So sometimes when he calls it sex. Now I'm calling it rape. Most people are calling it rape. The law is. I don't need most people to back me here. I need me and the law to say to agree. It was rape. Yes, it was rape. 20 years. Yes, 20 years. Right? And then he says the woman knew it was sex. May in the statement, it's detailed. I'm gonna find that statement and paste it here. The woman, that guy the guy told the girl, we have to do this. If you're not gonna do it with me, you can do it with someone else, but you have to do the cleansing by this. There's a cleansing, but it has to be done like this. And the girl, she had some grievances. She called her boyfriend to tell her. The guy proceeded to do that to him. About the guy about complaining about my tummy. My stomach, talk. Yeah, I have a boo-boo now because I just raped you. I took your demons by raping you. My boo-boo is painful. Yo. That's what happened. That's the story. Right? Hey. So after that happened, which is true, that's the priest, that's the pastor. Why would a pastor have to have sex with you to take your demons away from you? These are very evil people. Do you know how evil you have to be to do something like this? Now, at this point, I'm rambling. Let's continue. Her grievance is with the purpose, not the act. And yet, the court blinded by moral outrage and the smell of scandal, elevated betrayal to criminality, bending Section 141 beyond recognition. What? So this guy got it's a personal thing. Do you know? People go to school for 10 years to be lawyers. People go to school for 15 years to be judges. People you have to die to be part of the law in Botswana. You have to die. O tsena 5 years, 4 years, o tswa ka degree ya law, right? O tswa ka degree ya criminal justice, right? Ho tswa go nna bo 2 years, 3 years, o tshwanetse le kwa tlase. O tshwanetse le, what do they call those people who they work under lawyers? What do they call them? The lawyer assistants. There's like a name for them. There's a name. Paralegal. Wa gona paralegal nyana pele o sokola go nko o sa go le compile the case o batla dipampiri o thusa lawyer ko dingwa gore go nna lawyer o tshwanetse go qualify o supile with clean records, clean track gore motho o ka nna lawyer, motho capable of carrying out the law. Yana gore go nna, imagine gore go nna judge go tshwanetse go buy through what? Just for tiamora that on Facebook ba kwala ro break ile section 141. There's not the section 141 I want to break you. Higher break you ke lawyer, break you like a judge. So that's gore judge, a judge in Botswana or judge. If there's no president in Botswana, la hatsi le ruwa ke the judge. Who are judge on you capable of bending the law. So that's we have like 10 judges in Botswana. Let me see. How many? Renale judge tse ka. Ha o tsogele hela ba go nna judge. That's why go na le bo judge, go na le bo magistrate, go na le bo magistrate. Botswana has at least 27 judges in the High Court, 9 members at the Court of Appeal, and gonana gate maximum e ka nna 27. Maximum e ka nna 30, mme re na le 27, right? Those are the judges tsa mo Botswana tsone tseo. Are one of those 30 people. O tswa ka 30 out of many people who are in law. Ba look at the lawyer ba practice ba re mare ba kodimo. There's only 27 judges. Even Dumambo as a judge, Hanna judge. Me Dumambo is one of the biggest lawyers. He's the president of Botswana. He's one of the biggest lawyers. And this guy is saying a judge Benile section 141 beyond recognition. What? They turned spiritual fraud into statutory rape. And the funny thing about this guy is he's saying there's some law was broken here, but it's the lawyer break law. Because rape. That's what he's saying. He took time out of his day to do this, to convince us. Or it's again, that's what he wants us to feel. What? They turn spiritual fraud into statutory rape. Philosophically, that's a dangerous precedent. The law should protect bodies, not beliefs. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Justice is precise. Justice is measured. Justice does not obey the court of public opinion. The judge may have felt righteous indignation, but that is not law. Spectacle is not judgment. Outrage is not evidence. I wonder what does he think about one more court who carry out Mulao? But I don't want to post that Theodore. This one post that Theodore Merkel Theodore Merkel, how does he feel about this case? Oh, Theodore Adam to here 20 years. Okay, I don't Mulao Theodore Nelem to 20 years. Does he think that's what happens? Is it he thinks or because general public is gonna, because the general public is outraged, the law is gonna change? No, that's not how it works. I remember a while ago, I'm very passionate about the law sometimes. I'm not passionate enough to pursue law as a profession, but I'm passionate about these things because I feel basa convicted like I would say have a convicted center, but then I would be like him can complain but I sit down and sit with myself and say, Casey the court the party. I remember, I think 20 a while ago. I can't say for sure 20 but some kids they jump on form. Is it form 3? Yeah, I think form 3, form 5. Somewhere they jumped that kid and then the kid died. He died. They all walked. None of them Haba server time, haba juvenile, haba prison, haba they all walked. Mara ngwana a suile. Mongwe le mongwe o tswana na tenegile le nna ne ke tenegile mongwe le mongwe o tswana tenegile motho a sa tenega ngwe ke batsedi ba bana ba le nosi ke bona ba utlwela bana ba bona bothoko or something, but everyone was angry. The whole country was outrageous, but they still walked. The law, according to the law, they walked. Yeah, maybe cases get thrown out for different reasons. A case might get thrown out because evidence wasn't there. Interrogation wasn't there. Case, and then the whole case is thrown out. Which is a thing that happens. A very unfortunate thing that happens. But to go out of your way to say this guy is a fraud, what he did wasn't rape, it was just fraud, is a crazy thing to do. This is a crazy thing to do. Outrage is not evidence. Then he says, yes, it's a fraud, yes, it's a predator. But under the penal code, consent given for the wrong reason is still consent. This is literally this. Consent given for the wrong reason. What do you mean consent given for the wrong reason? Is it trying to say that girl gave consent to the wrong thing or what? Because the girl was supposed to exercise. I have to rape you to exercise you. She did not consent to sex. She was raped. Rape me. No. The guy was we have to do this. Actually, we might even be reaching territory of force. We might even be reaching territory of force. Because this guy, this is an insane guy. Like, this guy has a video where he's talking, I'll find the video, I'll paste it after this.
Prophecy. The day I slept with that girl, my friend, I started hammering church from praise to ashes. Why it comes? My friend, even before I start preaching, I'll call a girl.
As you can see, he said he was having sex with everyone in his church, married women, praise and worship girls, people in the congregation. He was just having sex with everyone. Was he having sex with those people? Was he? Because a person who holding high power in a society can influence people below him to do things that they don't really want to do. Sometimes you say yes because you don't think there's opportunity for you to say no. But you don't know do you have to get him water or not? But you think, this is my boss, how can I say no to getting my boss some water? In a church, the boss is the pastor. The pastor says, after church, come see me in my office. The church is done, everyone is home. The pastor is telling you, I love the way you sang today, this and this and that. But I love how you've been coming to church. I really like you. I find you very attractive. Whatever, you will have great luck. This. The girl, does the girl know that she has the option of saying no, I don't want to do this with you, pastor? The guy is the pastor. Does she know that she has the option of saying no to that? Or she thinks I have to say no, I have to say yes to this. This has to happen. Does she know? Even if she knows, does she have the power to say no to him? Like, do you understand the power dynamic between a pastor and a member of the congregation? Do you understand a pastor? Theodore came to say, Siama. Theodore walo. Theodore ota makerkenye, mota makerken kame wasa siama. Just because Theodore refused to have sex with a pastor. Do you know the amount of damage that does to a person? Almost everyone, at least one person momenting. So just one church Theodore walo. The whole village is going to start looking at me different. Changes my whole image. Almost said worse. Because as women have small spaces to build their communities. Women have small spaces to build their communities. My lord, and then Pastor Bamarabar, I have to sleep with you for this and this. Abahana Pastor Abar, Msedu Walo. Msedu hello community I'm rejected. There's nowhere else she'd have a chance to build friends, she'd have a chance to build community outside church. She starts thinking about her, can a man can do me? No, because you can have this go kereke. Because this is how kereke. This is how kereke. It's how to man le tsone. Ke tsone tsa go telo re lo pela lo the ke tsone tsa go telo re go ba tholela go nwa telo ke tsone ni bara tsa. Like, do you understand? That's the amount of power this person has over the general person, like the normal person working every day. That's the amount of power he has. Or ostracized from your community. So do you know, can you as a woman say no to a pastor saying, I have to rape you, I have to put my member inside you? Can you say no to that? With all that I just explained, can you say with a confident mind and confident heart, can you say no to a situation like that? And then he goes on to say, yes, he's a fraud, yes, he's a predator, but under the penal code, consent given for the wrong reason is still consent. Section 141 exists to punish violation, not disappointment, disillusionment, or moral collapse. What? The court should have condemned the crime ethically, spiritually. What's ethical? What do you mean ethically? Spiritually, socially, but legally, it should have stayed within the statute. Within the statute. Instead, it chose drama over discipline, outrage over statute, outrage over statute. Fuck. And in doing so, blurred the line between law and moral theater. Moral outrage is human. Legal precision is law. They are not the same, and the court forgot that. Who the fuck is this nigga? They outrage me so much. I feel like someone can sit down and write a post like this. Confidently write down something like this. You have to be set down when or what's ethically worrying. And then we have to do an investigation into your background, or what is it that you do? What is it that you... Because you cannot be thinking like this. Because this person, he's trying to justify rape, but he wants to sound intellectual about it. He wants to approach us from an intellectual standpoint where he sounds like he's smarter than everyone. So whatever he's saying, he makes sense in the long run. No me molao e ira sentle. Ka nelo tse ka gore mosadi lo dumetse ole go maswe rape. What? Ke ona matseno a teng gore me kana majita kana ka ye maleita ka le swentse re ya akanya ka motho tso ya le hena go iragetse. What? These are the same niggas. These niggas who... This is the type of person to watch. Obana, it's like a builder up. I can o go lotsa ka mopa nere o tshela metsi ha tsobori ana re tsogo lao mopa wa fomega yana o simla rolonyana ya rola. It's like not an avalanche, like mopa wa rolo na mo ke mona kana o tswela ntso ireta motho yo udo o simula hela. He's blurring the line between rape and he's trying to make it seem like if you have enough intellect you can see what the case was handled wrong. He's saying it's not rape. Already, go setse go lwa ka gender-based violence mo lehatsheng la rona. So go lwa ka gender abuse gale. And he's blaring the line, trying to sound smarter than the moral than the average person. This was not rape. It's just promises or so it's not rape. What? Like stray. You hear me? Stray. STRAY from people far from people like this. Stray far from people like this. Like, but once again, that's why cancel culture is so crazy. I'm cancel because how can you sit down and write something like this? Let me see. Let's go to the comments. You're gonna find niggas agreeing with him. I saw one post he did talk news something. We are a 10-minute act leads you to sex for 10 minutes leads you to 20 years in prison. He's calling it sex. These people are this is not rape, it's just sex. Just sex. It's sex. Just sex with the wrong person. This is just buang. But what about motho go sex with the wrong person. Sex led to this. That they're saying this is sex. They're not saying this is rape. That's what people are saying that on Facebook. And then Ponalo Kabatu says, do you even read the judgment? FB about thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't wanna siamo no rabare. Siamo is doubling down. He's doubling down. We are so emotional about this. The law is wrong. People are wrong. What? Nomsa botselo are hagote obtained by false pretense o tlhaloganyang. If you tell someone your problems will disappear once I sleep with you and the problems don't disappear, is that not obtaining sex by false pretense? Secondly, in which state in which state has anything been removed by sex? He's doubling down. Tiamo's gonna double down to hell. When the law talks about obtaining by false pretense, it doesn't mean every unmet expectation becomes a crime. Section 141 is about consent vitiated by deception that goes to the very nature of the act, not whether some promised miracle actually happens. And it's so funny. He's using words like vitiated. Come on, cook, fuck, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I'm gonna blare that out. Telling someone your problems will disappear if you sleep with me. Telling someone your problems will disappear if you sleep with me only counts as false pretense if the lie was the tool that removed their free will. If it fundamentally tricked them into consenting to something they wouldn't have agreed to otherwise. The law doesn't. What does he say? Oh my God. Oh my Jesus. The pastor said to the girl, I'm going to exercise you by raping you. The girl said, I don't think that's how it works. The guy said, it has to be done. If it's not me, it's going to be done by someone. I can call someone else to come and do it. The girl did it with him. And then after the guy was done, he sprinkled holy water on her privates and then said he was feeling pain in his stomach and all that. But yes, the exercising, this is an exorcism, it's been done. Like, that's the craziest. That's. Thank you. Thank you, because she was led. Now, I'm gonna share this and I'm gonna say I'm very impressed by the comments. I thought I'm very impressed and proud by how does impressed and proud so is impressed like a past. Like if I say I'm impressed, I meant or I felt pride, right? So if I say I'm very impressed and proud, does it seem dumb? Does it seem like I don't care about this? Is not even my language, honestly. I'm just saying this so that the general person can hear me, but it's not my language. I'm very impressed and proud by how the comments responded to this idiotic take. We need to shun and shame people like this guy in our society. Yes, because this is insane. I'm gonna go to his profile. I need to know what he does. Like, who is he to think? Okay, let me make a post like this. And seems like, I don't know, is he married? Seems like he's married. He has a wife and a kid. A person with a wife decided, let me make this. Let me post this. And he wrote a fucking book. Well, look at this nigga. This nigga wrote, what does he do? MBA, project management at university there, whatever. Postgraduate in diploma in strategic management and leadership. It's leadership. Oh, he's always commenting on shit. He's always commenting on stuff again. He's always commenting on things, hey. That's what he does. He's just like me. He's a commentary guy. Just go around saying nothing, hey. What? And then 5.1k people are following his dumb ass. Who is this nigga? How do you respect someone like this? As a man, koro respectar mtu iranyana. Ah. But there's another pastor, the convicted pastor collapses in church, in court. Moments after hearing he would serve 5 years behind bars without the option of a fine, Pastor Bongi Piri collapsed in the dock. He was convicted of indecently dealing with an 11-year-old people by kissing her on the lips while transporting her home after school. Jesus, nigga. What's wrong with these pastors? No, is it pastors or is it evil people parading as pastors? Because that's 11-year-old. 11-year-old, kana kota standard 4. Ke gone 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 kota le 6. The standard 6. Ngwananyana. Then I'm very happy kids are report. They're telling what we like. I feel like that's one of the factors one of the things that come with phones. Where kids can see things online, videos online, where YouTuber your adult is not supposed to touch you here, this, like all those things. Those things are teaching. They're telling their kids, don't let this happen to you. Even our generation is trying to end all this, like all the wrong, like things really have to change. When I'm talking, people like this have, like people, you cannot. After 11 years, it's gonna come back the same person. You cannot. But hey, man, that's the. I can only monologue for so long without actually. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. It's a long video, I know, but thank you for watching it. If you watched it for this long, I appreciate you for watching. Like and subscribe my YouTube channel, and thank you. Hey, thank you.